Hello again, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy, and I'm glad you decided to join me for this August Life as a Right Hemiplegic video. Today's going to be kind of a different Life as a Right Hemiplegic video because, again, I'm not going to be demonstrating something to you. I'm just going to be talking about my experience a little bit. It's going to be a much happier discussion today than my last one. So I'm going to be talking to you about some things that may surprise some that I do having a disability. Now, I think of my disability as if you will, severe. Yes, it was a brain, but I'm a very functional disabled person, if that makes sense, which is kind of an oxymoron because I'm disabled, but I have cognitive at brain activity. I can think for myself. I can speak for myself. And I know a lot of people don't have that, and I am truly happy that I do have enough brain activity to function pretty much as a as a regular two-handed person. So I am blessed for that. These are just things that you may find interesting. You may not know about me. You may know about me. But I just thought they were fun to share and something I don't always bring up a lot. But I figured, it's something fun, something different. So I'm going to share them with you. The first one is on the occasion I get mad or upset. It does happen. I use cuss words, and I try to keep not a potty mouth. I'm pretty good at it. But I feel like a lot of people don't think that people with disabilities can cuss, or it's something that I don't know why, they're just words, right? And I understand the meaning. I know what they mean. Again, I try not to use them because as a born-again Christian, it's frowned upon, and it's usually in the heat of the moment actions. And again, I'm not saying that the next videos I'm just gonna be using the F-bomb or everyday words or anything, but I do know a lot of them. I do understand their meaning. I try not to use cuss words because I feel like everybody in our society nowadays, we make it's part of the society, which is, I feel, is kind of sad that it is just like everyday language, and it just gives me sort of the ick. Like, okay, you know these words, but why don't you try using different words? That's just my opinion on them. Again, I don't condone anybody that wants to use that kind of language. I'm not saying that because I don't use that I'm better than anybody. I do sometimes use cuss words when I'm angry or frustrated. So I do use them. I do cuss. Gosh, that sounds horrible. But again, I don't use them all the time. But that is something that people also with disabilities can do, just like everybody else that understand cuss words. So don't get me mad. The second thing that I would like to talk about, or that isn't really necessarily discussed. Sometimes, again, depending on the severity of people's disabilities, they can also be a physical disability like mine where you can see it, or sometimes it can be an internal disability. So, but I also like to indulge in alcoholic beverages. I like everything from a Coors Light to a Corona to an Alaskan Amber to a lemon drop to what is that? Jameson and ginger, to a nice Merlot wine, to white wine, white Zinfandel, all those kinds of things. Again, because and due to my disability, I don't have that great of balance, because this is not going to catch. If I fall down, this isn't going to do spit if I fall to my right, okay? So when I drink, I am very, very aware of how much and where I am. So, usually I have maybe like a beer, like before dinner, maybe one after, and then maybe one, after I eat, maybe like half hour later. I'll have another one, because the food helps to slow down all that stuff. Or if it's like a nice steak dinner at home, my husband, again, depending on how big the bottle of wine is, we can pretty much drink a whole bottle between us. And again, the glasses can be the pretty good size. So, and with a meal. So again, I'm eating it with food. I'm not just, chugging it down. When I was first trying alcohol and wine, I had to kind of learn my tolerance for it. If I could drink it can drink it on an empty stomach, or with food. Food's always recommended, so I do indulge in alcoholic beverages, but again, I am very, very aware of my surroundings. I always make sure that I don't overindulge, because if my husband or friends or family aren't around, your inhibitions go out kind of the window. If you have too much, you're not thinking straight. And as unbalanced as I am, that could be a real factor, and I could just trip over something and really hurt myself, because I don't have that response time with two hands. If that makes sense, I hope it does. The third and final thing is kind of a more of a fun one. And it is that I know and love to read Shakespeare. I know it's not real. And Shakespeare is something that, you either love it, don't like it, or I feel there's no some people have gray area where they don't really hate it, but they don't love it, which is fine. But I absolutely love Shakespeare. I can recite it. I've read his plays multiple times and love them and understand them and love watching them on TV and love seeing them in plays. But Shakespeare is just, I don't know, he's just really near and dear to my heart. And again, I feel like Shakespeare is something that you have to digest for a while or have a good understanding. So the books I have, my editions of the Shakespeare, have tells you all what the words mean, which is really helpful. So when you read the words, you can look to know what the heck they mean, which helps me to better digest and to understand what is being said, how it's being said, what Shakespeare is trying to convey. And I absolutely love that. Again, I know Shakespeare is not for everybody, that's totally fine. But again, for someone that has a disability, a learning disability, where reading is very hard, I find Shakespeare is so relatable, so fun. It's just a joy to read, and I am so happy to be able to understand Shakespeare and his plays and the play on words, the sexual innuendos, the funny bits of sarcasm. It's just, I just love all that combination. He just has a way with words that I think everybody can agree with, whether you understand those words or not. So that's all the video for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big like, subscribe, share with friends and family. I cannot wait to share more fun August videos for you. As you can see, I have a fun outdoorsy kind of background this month, and I will be doing my book chat video for you guys. I will be doing, of course, another tattoo video, Tuesday video at the end of this month. I don't know if I did it last month because it was toward the end of July and I came back from camping, but I will be doing one this month. I think I'll be talking about my book that I am currently editing, so that will be very exciting. Down in the comments down below, let me know what surprised you that about this video, whether it's the cussing, whether it's Shakespeare, whether it's drinking. Let me know. Also, if you guys have any ideas for either topics you want me to talk about my disability, please let me know down in the comments, because I'd love to hear your ideas on it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye for now, everyone.